You know, in English class, we're writing a story and they always say that the worst ending that you can come up with at the end of any story is they woke up and it was all a dream. That's literally how it felt. Hey guys, magandang umaga o magandang gabi, depending on what time you're watching this video. My name is Monica and welcome to my channel. So welcome back to the 4th installment of this here series, which is my top 5 worst finales of all time. If you didn't catch my previous videos, I have the first 3 of them linked down below, and I will put a few of them up in the cards as this video goes on, where I discuss why Game of Thrones, Merlin, and How I Met Your Mother have also made this list. But today's video is going to be about why Lost has also made this list. Let's get into it. I actually only recently watched this show. I think I started and finished it last year. I think it's quite old. Over 10 years old, I feel like it's quite old, and I joined the party quite late, but I binged the whole thing in a few weeks. I loved the idea of this show. I found it quite smart. I found that it allowed for longevity of the show because there are, I think, about 7 or 8 main characters, and they go into the past of each character. So if you haven't seen the show, it is about this airplane full of flyers, airplane full of people, and they crash into this island. And it is about how these passengers, that's the word. It is about how these passengers survive on the island, and there's something weird about the island at the same time. So the first season is basically going into the past of each character for, you know, how they got onto the plane, why they were on the plane, a bit about their backstory and who they are. And each season has a bit of a theme. I love how they did all of this, really. So season 4, I remember, because they brought time travel into it, and I'm a little bit like, time travel. I'm very iffy with time travel, but I thought they did it quite well. People ended up with who I didn't really want people to end up with, but it's whatever. It is the final season, the 5th and final season. That is obviously the issue, hence why it is in this video. So this entire season, the flashbacks that they've done is kind of each character in like an alternate universe, where the main character, Jack, I believe his name is, he's got a kid. The mother of the kid is the blonde girl. I'm sorry, I haven't watched it in a year. The blonde girl is the mother of the kid, and that makes sense. That feels like in another universe that could have happened because they're both doctors and they could have met working together and stuff like that. So each character is kind of given, if this didn't happen, an alternate reality. I love alternate universes. I love parallel universes. There are things that I want to actually write books on it. I'm very fascinated with that type of stuff. So it tickled my fancy. I was very excited for what the finale would be. I thought, because the thing about the island, I don't want to really go into because I don't understand a lot of it. It's like a magical island where you can like, it's kind of alive in a way. Like you need a protector of the island. The island is the thing that can transport you in time. The island moves about all over the place, so it can never be found. The island's very weird. So I thought at the end of this season, the big finale was them getting a fresh start. I thought it was them, there's like a reset button or something on the island where they can, you know, live their lives fully. Like there's a couple who die while she's pregnant. It's very sad. They drown, and then in this alternate universe they have the baby, and then you can see that he's like bought flowers and balloons and everything, and it's so sweet. You want it to happen, and it just feels like they completely copped out at the end, because what it actually was heaven, or like the afterlife or something. Like, what? The show ends with Jack, our main character, dying, and in the flashbacks you can kind of see they're living in the mindset of their alternate selves. So they don't remember anything about the plane crash or anything that happened on the island or in the past. Like, I'm pretty sure each season is a year, so I would say in the past 4 or 5 years. But then gradually they realize, or they remember their past life, and they remember, wow, it's you, like I'm so happy we're here together, and all of that stuff. But it was all just the afterlife. It just feels so stupid, and they were trying to explain it because all these characters, they died at different times, but they look the same age as we see them in this season. So there are characters that don't die for so many years. Like, you don't see when they die, but you see them in this afterlife and they look the same And the premise of the big finale is that none of them can move on because they were all waiting for Jack. And he dies before some of the characters. Like, the protector of the island, I really forgot his name, but I love him, the new protector. He obviously dies after, because the protector of the island, their life is extended quite a considerable amount. But he's also in the afterlife, so why are they waiting for Jack? Do you know what I mean? Like, he dies before some people, so how can they be waiting for him? Like, they tried to play it off like, oh, he lost his way on the way there or something. It just felt incomplete. I don't understand why they couldn't have just like made like a reset button, because that's how it felt like they were leading up to, and it was just so frustrating to see this ending. It felt like, you know, in English class, we were writing a story and they always say that the worst ending that you can come up with at the end of any story is they woke up and it was all a dream. That's literally how it felt. Seeing this stupid ending with them like in the afterlife or whatever, right. So that is why Lost has made my list for a top 5 worst finales of all time. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would honestly love to hear it. Stay tuned for next week's video, guys, where I'll be talking about the 5th and final installment of this here series. If you wanted to hear more from me, my socials are linked down below and are also on my end screen. I am still offering my video editing services, which are in the description box down below. So thank you guys for watching if you stayed until this point, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys!